Hello, everyone. Great day. Before I get into my speech, Mike mentioned I should maybe describe the Budwitch over there on the left. Kristen Sherman and I did a video on the Budwitch, and the Budwitch was, the premise was to compare what ordinary Americans eat, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, versus what a typical sandwich would be for a member of Congress. And if you go over there and left and look at it, you'll find it is A, very thick, pretty much like a congressional budget. The other key is to have lots of pork products, never trim the fat, don't really know what's in it, and never place it on the menu because you don't want to read it. So that's the essence of the Budwitch. Well, I'm going to get into my real speech now, and I'd like to thank all 27 of you that are here today. Wait a minute, you think there are more than 27? You think there might be hundreds of people here and hundreds of more people coming? Well, you might think that, but that's because you have not graduated from the Washington, D.C. Institute of Advanced Mathematics. I am now a graduate, so I can tell you there are 27 people here. I first realized that there was this new kind of mathematics when I went down to the September 12th march in Washington, D.C. My friends and I are all around. All those are, yeah, give yourself a hand for that one. It's beautiful. We looked around. We thought there might be 1 million, 2 million people. Next day, we read in the papers, 10,000. So I thought, gosh, my math is a little behind at times. The next thing that gave me an indication of this was when we had the Obamacare, and I was reading all the analysis. And what did the analysis said? Well, I'd read it, and I thought, wow, gosh, this is going to cost generations and generations and generations and generations a lot of money. We may never pay it off. But I was wrong. Because Congress said, we're going to save money. It's going to save $1 trillion. So I knew there was something going on, so I enrolled in the school. And that's how I came up to the number of 27. Now, I tried to use this in my own personal life. Last month, when I wanted time to pay my mortgage, I sent them a bill or a check for $8. Well, they sent me a letter right back and said, it had ESQ at the end of the guy's name. And he said, you know, we haven't heard about this institute. You're not Congress. You have to pay, and you have to pay what you see. And that's what I had to do, and that's what we all have to do, unless you're Congress. Now, this the Tea Party movement has been going on just about 15 months now. It's grown quite a bit, got a little more sophisticated, a little more organized, and some new groups have kind of sprouted out like flowers in the springtime. Been quite amazing. But at its core, and at its best, it has focused on the core issues of fiscal responsibility and low taxes and small government and constitutional government, and a belief that the private sector is the engine of innovation, problem solving, and prosperity. That's at its core. Now, you're going to hear today from some really fine speakers. A couple of you know, like Governor DuPont and Charlie Copeland. Others will be from some of the leaders from some of the groups that have been sprouting up. And others will be a lot of people similar to your stories. Those of you who have been involved in the Tea Party, or they'll be like your stories once you yourselves get involved. And they're really kind of representing what all of us have done in getting involved in this Tea Party movement. But these events are much more about those who come to listen than those who come to speak. Because as much as people want, our opponents want to say 1 million people is 10,000, or hundreds are 27, they can't do that. We are proof of that, and that is the power that we have as a Tea Party movement. Because you cannot hide how many people there are, and there are too many voices out there to let people know that you cannot change 1 million into 10,000. We've had a lot of success, not total. We have a lot of work to do. There are no guarantees that this movement will be totally successful. The only real guarantee in America that is in times of deep trouble, good citizens will heed the call of duty, step forward to be counted. And I thank all of you for being here and being good citizens. It is my honor to be here. Thank you.